my skin is naked. And it feels weird to be, starting off with naked skin for you guys. But we're going to be trying some stuff. So hello and welcome to Domi Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. This is the second coffee mug from Emily D. Baker that I bought. It has some of the symbols that she uses. I think I've shown this before, but here's the glasses. She wears glasses. She wears special glasses that help with the ADHD. There's a gavel because it's a lawyer, and then there's a horse because when something unexpected happens and she decides to do an unplanned live stream, we say we ride. Anyway, so yes, that's the second. I have a couple of other coffee mugs I want to get from her because coffee mugs and me and stuff. At any rate, in our Emily D. Baker Symbols coffee mug, we have one of my favorites that I haven't had for a while, and that's the chocolate hazelnut decaf tea. I haven't had this in a long time. We've had so many other teas and stuff come up that I just haven't had in a while. So decided to go ahead and have it today. I'm in a chocolate mood with what we're doing today. It's going to be very cold by the end, so I'm hoping it tastes good cold. I don't think I've had it cold. At any rate, let's go ahead and get it sipped. It has been steeping a while. We're kind of in a new space. We moved me out of the little room. It was too awkward to work in. So we moved me out of the little room, and we switched my filming area with part of the pantry. So now the big pantry room is mostly mine. Like I said, let's go ahead and give this a sip, and we will get started. I double bagged it. Oh, that's such a good tea. It's such a good tea. The Stash chocolate hazelnut. It's really good. All right, so if you're part of my Domi Tries This Facebook group, which is listed down below. If you're not, you can join. I got accepted by Mented as an affiliate. I don't think that this is like a huge deal. They opened up their affiliates to a whole bunch of influencers and makeup lovers and stuff like that. And I think as long as you have some kind of presence where you're posting on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, they probably accepted you. But I'm really excited. If you want to support the channel and get yourself some pretty makeup too, you can go ahead and use my code, which will be listed also down below. You don't have to do that. But anyway, I went ahead and tested it, and yes, my code works. It's all down there. It's Domino. And but anyway, so I figured we would go ahead and announce all that. Woo! And also open a Mented box of things that I've been wanting to try. And then they put one of their brushes on sale, so I also bought another. I made another order, and check that out. And this is going to be a bear to open, aren't you? And I don't see, where is it? Where is my thingy? My thingies are way over there. Of course, I would put my scissors and my knife completely out of my way. Let us go ahead and get this thing open before I babble you guys to death, right? We will be able to open things. All right. Hopefully this box isn't going to be a brat. At any rate, so I did order, like I said, I ordered a brush, but I ordered something else too. And that's in here. I'm going to try that out. We're going to try everything on today. So I'm going to set those aside. They sent along a little card. Introducing Perfect Prime Primer Stick. I've thought about trying their foundation. The stick foundations, the whole concept just makes me go, ooh. I guess because you're putting it up on your skin, and if you're going to clean it off before you use it next time, you're wasting product. That bothers me a lot. So, probably won't try that. I mean, unless they send it to me, because they do say on this affiliate program that you can earn free makeup and stuff like that and all that stuff. They are primarily geared towards melanated skin, because most brands are not. Anyway, so one of the things the thing that went on sale that I thought I would give a try is their foundation brush. Came in that nice little thing. It's perfectly wrapped. Well, that's a little smaller than I thought it would be. It feels really soft, but I have brushes that are about that soft. I'm wondering how this is going to work with the way I do my foundation. We're going to go ahead and give that a try. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that. We're going to give everything a try, folks. The other thing I bought with the brush, I figured I'd buy with the brush since I wasn't just going to do the brush, is I bought their Skin Silk Loose Setting Powder. This is in medium deep, which looks a little deeper than I thought it would, but should work for my skin okay. So you can see it there. I'm going to take a little bit of the stuff that came out on top. This might be a touch dark. Just a touch, maybe a touch warm. But we'll go ahead and, again, give it a try. I love, their packaging is plastic, but they've made it look very nice and professional. And can't even explain it. This feels a little smoother than most plastics. It doesn't feel greasy or slick the way a lot of them do. It feels really nice, and I really like the packaging. And on the packaging, it says hypoallergenic, vegan, dermatologist tested. Does not say it's supposed to do anything other than be a loose setting powder. All right, so we're going to get in the big box. I may have something else that's not meant to open, but that's going to depend on what I ordered, because I don't remember what I ordered. And I'm really hoping that it's okay, because at one point this box did drop on the floor. All right, so okay, so yeah, I did not order the other thing. So we will go ahead and open one other unrelated box to give it a try. All right, so they wrapped it up in this, another reason to be concerned. Oh, there is bubble wrap. Maybe the eyeshadow palette is saved. All right, so one of the reasons I ordered the blush and the bronzer before and not an eyeshadow palette is they only had one, and it was all browns, literally all browns. This one is supposed to be like their nighttime palette, and it too is very neutral, but I think it has a few shades in there that are not brown. Come here, because I can't open things. And then I got a couple of other things. So, the first thing I picked up was the Mented Highbrow Precision Pencil Brow Down Eyebrow Pencil. This one is in... I think this is in a not black, but, you know, dark brown black type color. I do like the Lottie London, but the color is wrong. It is so wrong. Okay, so, well, I guess they're calling the color Brow Down. Hold on. Precision Pencil. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Their stuff is made in Germany. Anyway, so that is the pencil. It has the spoolie on the end. There's the color. Yeah, that's going to be better for my eyebrows. It's still a little light. And they had at least 2 shades lighter than this one. So maybe the next time I order from them, if I like it, I get the black, because I think this was like 1 shade above the black. It might have been 2, but I need to definitely go a shade down, I think. But it's not red. Whereas the Lottie, find my Lottie. is not only lighter, but has a red cast to it. So this is the Lottie. So yeah, I've been enjoying this, but the color is just off for me. So going to try to finish it up, but now I think we're going to start seeing me use more of this one if I like it. It didn't feel scratchy or anything, so that's nice. And then I think I mentioned that I've run out of mascaras. I've also run out of lipsticks, but I have one of their lipsticks which I can probably pull for today. But so I ended up deciding to try their mascara, which is called Long Live the Lash. Does not say it's waterproof or anything, so for external use only, you think? I would hesitate to. I wonder how you would. I don't even want to know. And of course, I can't open the damn box because I can't open things. There we go. I had to tear it. Tore it up. We're not keeping the box anyway. Oh, I like this. This is pretty. So there is the packaging for that. You can barely see the words on there, the word Mented. Let's take a look at the brush. Oh, I like the brush. Oh, that's interesting. So they have their bristles at different heights. And it looks almost like it's swirled, but the brush is nice. That's a brush I can use. Looking forward to trying that. I need to now tag it. And one color, black probably. It says Long Live the Lash. That's it. Everybody cross your fingers that this palette did not get damaged when the damn thing dropped on the floor. Hopefully this cushioned it really well. I had stuff piled on the table and the boxes weren't very securely placed. So, but there's the packaging. This is their Everynight eyeshadow palette. The other one is their Everyday eyeshadow palette to give you more neutral looks for, oh, that's pretty. If you can see that, it has a nice gold edge. The packaging matches. Not seeing any crumbles. It survived! Okay, so all of you will say the same thing. That's awfully neutral for you, Domi. You're right, that is. But the colors are pretty. I'm really hoping that it is as pigmented as their blush and stuff. I'm going to just pick a couple of colors. So it looks like it's half mattes, half shimmers. Let's take, you won't show up. I can already tell which colors won't show up on my skin. So I'm trying to figure out. Well, we'll go ahead and take that one anyway. And we'll take that one. And we'll take two mattes, including the black. All right, so that I picked deliberately as a light color. You can see the shimmer. Oh, look at that. These are really nicely pigmented, at least on my skin. Wow, that's a really nice black. All right, so I'm going to finish prepping my face and my eyes, and I will be right back. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a few things as well, and then we will be right back and go ahead and get started on the try-on portion of all of this. Looks really neat. As you, oh, I was said, if I didn't have it, I was going to do one other package. So these I ordered from by this on the suggestion of a friend. They are from Shop Miss A. I had mentioned that I wanted Melt to come up with a really beautiful purple eyeliner. I still want Melt to come up with a pretty. I want them to come up with one both in their metallic and in their matte shades. I really do. So, but anyway, she suggested this, so I ordered a couple of these. They were like $1 a piece. She says they're really good. So these are the AOA Artista Fine Tip liquid liners. I got a Navy Forest and Royal Purple. All right, so this is their navy one. I like the tip. That's a pretty tip. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I prefer the gel liners. They seem to work better on my eyes. They stay better because I cry a lot. I weep. My eyes get watery. But these liquid felt tips I also enjoy. They help with things like cleaning up edges and stuff like that. So this is going to be the Forest Green. Oh, that's nice. I think I could have gone a little harder with the blue and I would have gotten a darker line. Let's see. No, it looks like the navy is just a little on the light side, but that's okay. And then here's the purple. I love purple, you guys. I love purple and burgundy. Those are my favorite colors, purple and burgundy. And burgundy tends to be on the purple side, so yeah, no surprise, right? So this is the Royal Purple. Oh, I can live with that. That's nice. I'm looking forward to playing around with those as well. All right, so like I said, I'm going to go finish priming and getting ready, and then we will get started with all this and trying all this out. I'm also going to clean this up. And that was a bit longer of a break. The husband came home. For me, anyway. All right, so I've got some ideas. I'm not 100%. But I think we're going to start with this. These colors are all named after cities. So we have Chicago, Miami, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, New Orleans, Houston, Philly, Harlem, Atlanta. Atlanta is very brown. It's very brown. And Brooklyn is the black, the gray black. All right. So I pulled out stuff. I am going to start with this color, Miami, under the brow. I am going to use Chicago on the inner corner and for a highlighter. And then I'm going to go into Las Vegas, and that's all I've got right now. But we'll get there. All right, so we're going to try this Miami. And put that under our brow. Hi, Psylocke. Psylocke has been very needy lately. I don't know what's going on. So we're putting that under the brow. It's a pretty color, actually. Psylocke is now eating. On the one hand, it is very close to my skin tone. On the other hand, the shine, and it's a bit more peachy, I think. So, all right, let's get the other eye. That honestly went on very, very nicely. Okay, so I'm going to try. We're going to try using a brush first, the way we do. And if that, we're going to get it wet, and if that doesn't work, then we will go to one of my usual sponge tips on that for the inner eye. I suspect a sponge tip is going to have to do it, but it is a very light color, so we'll see what happens. So we're going to grab some of this Chicago. It's coming up on the brush really nice. Oh, it's really kind of, it's coming in there. I can see it, but it's almost melding into that other color. It's less peachy. I think I'm going to have to bring something across and help remove some of that muddiness. That did really well with the brush. Actually kind of impressed. Okay, no kind of about it. I'm a lot impressed. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then I'm going to go ahead and try it with the sponge tip, and then when I come back I'll show you what it looks like from the sponge tip. So one of the other things about being in the back pantry area that's nice is we no longer have the freeway sounds, but we still have people who have noisy cars. Anyway, so I don't think the sponge tip really actually did much. I think there's just a little bit more shine, but that's about it. I am very quickly going to take another fluffy brush, and I am going to brush a little bit of this Los Angeles from the crease up a little bit, just to differentiate these two colors here a bit. So I'm going to grab some of this Los Angeles. I don't want a lot. I'm going to start at the crease since it's going to be darker. And then I'm going to work my way up, and I'm keeping most of it on the tail end here where it's going to get darker anyway. But that is helping to differentiate between those two colors. All right, so we are going to work with, first of all, getting a brush. We're going to take Las Vegas across the rest of the eye. That nice, pretty ruby-ish. Let's see how this does. And I may want to get this wet. Oh, that is nice. The pigmentation on these is actually very beautiful. Okay, so that is with a dry application. See, that went on just gorgeous. Take just a little bit up across. Again, differentiating a little bit. It's pretty. I am going to see if I can make it more shiny. We like the shine around here, and we're going to be putting some mattes on. Don't worry, the mattes will come. The mattes will come. I'm going to try some of the mattes. I don't know which ones yet, but we're going to try some of the mattes. Okay, so we're grabbing some more Los Angeles, and we're going to put it across what we already put there. And you can see it deepens the color a little bit, but it really doesn't change it. Gives it a bit more shine. That's pretty. If these guys came up with something that had more colors to it, I mean, something that's maybe some blue and greens and a purple somewhere and then browns or something. If you want to keep neutral, that's fine, but I really would like to see what they could do with more color. All right, gonna go ahead and get this other eye and be right back, and we'll try to figure out what we're doing with the rest of this mess. All right, so I think I'm going to deepen the crease with Atlanta, and do my point with that, and then we'll go in with Brooklyn for the rest, for the other piece that I do. So, yay. I'm looking at my shit. Kind of afraid of this color. I'm afraid of using a firmer brush. All right, well, we'll just... All right, so using Atlanta, this is one of my Royal & Langnickel Moda brushes. Smoky eye. I waited for a while on this set and was so glad that they still had it when I finally was able to get a hold of it. Anyway, whoa, that's a lot of color. Okay, all right, here we go. Oh, okay. She's controllable. So I'm getting, if If you notice when I do my crease, I'm slightly above it, which is a little harder on my other eye. This eye is longer. The other eye is wider and has a deeper hood for some reason. But doing this. And I'm going down a little bit into that area. I'm trying to be very delicate because I don't want to completely destroy this light color, although it looks like some of the color is blending in down there anyway. That's not bad. Like I said, this is far more neutral than I'm used to. Mama likes color, but I'm really blending out these edges near the top. Do the other eye. Actually, I'll go ahead and do the black, and then I'll do the other eye. Grab this is from a dragon set that my daughter got me from Moda. Alright, so we're going to grab some of this Brooklyn. Again, I want to be careful. And this is just going to go right in that area around the crease and back. I do this to just give my eyes a bit more definition. It seems to work for me. I am touching this very lightly, and as you can see, I'm getting quite a bit of pigmentation. There is a little bit of fallout, but not a lot. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this part up and do the other eye, and I will be back. Alright, so we put my hair back so that hopefully we'll get less foundation in it. And I did my concealing. I will say, when I was cleaning up to go ahead and get started on this, I did not see a whole lot of fallout. There was a little bit, but considering the way I flick my brush sometimes, there was very little. I was really impressed. If you're a person who just tries to press your color in and doesn't do any of this like I do, you may not get any fallout at all. So anyway, so as usual, I'm using my Pretty Natural, my Essence Pretty Natural. This is in Neutral Suede, which they are out of at Ulta. I need to get more, but I'm going to go ahead and put that down on my flat. I'm looking at this brush and I'm not too sure about it because it is really, when you look at some of my other foundation brushes, it's small. It's really small. I think I have maybe one that's close. No, well, no, no. I guess that's the closest. But this one is more rectangular instead of round. The firmness of the bristles feel about the same, but yeah, that's a little, it's small. It's small. But my hair back. Okay, so I will say that it doesn't feel like it covers as much because it's small. So it's probably because it's new, but I feel like it absorbed more of my foundation than my other brushes do. Again, probably because it's new. this is more the size of what I use for my concealers. This was a brush, but it's a little bit bigger because these kinds of brushes reach into my inner eye really well. It just feels, pressing in right now, it just feels a little small for me. I would like to see, I like the brush in general. I like the feel of the brush. It does seem to spread the product pretty well. I'm using another dry brush to blend out a little bit along the edges and stuff. And press in to reduce, helps reduce, it helps reduce my texture. My little crinkles are actually turning into wrinkles under my eyes. Anyway. It's just a bit small, I think, for me. Otherwise, it felt like a really good brush. It's just, it did the job. It all looks good. It all looks good, but I don't think it did anything different than any other brush. But yeah, it's a tiny bit small. So I'm going to move on to the other part of my concealing and getting my third layer of, second or third layer of setting spray on, and I will be right back. Okay, so let's try this powder. I'm hoping it is not too pigmented. So it doesn't have a turn on it, turnstile thing on it. So we're going to just tap some out onto the lid. That's probably a lot more than I needed. Oh yes, it was. Okay, so I suspect for me in the future I'm going to want the next lighter shade because that's a bit dark, but let's see what it does. Picking it up with my Morphe E41. Oh, it's not giving me too much color. Not yet, anyway. Now, I don't think this is mattifying. I'd have to look it up. I'll try to remember to put some notes down below. Yeah, I don't think the color did much. My cheeks seem to always take the longest to dry, especially with this to dry down, I should say, dry. Especially with the Pretty Natural foundation. But, oh, there's some more color. Now I'm getting some more color because I'm adding more. You see that? It got a little dark there. So now I have to make the matte. But I don't think it added a lot, except maybe where I got it too dark. So I'm going to see. Okay, so that did it. A second layer did it. Only place is my nose. My nose is oily and does that. And I'm going to see if I can lighten up that color with a brush that has no powder on it, that has cat hair on it. Just kind of flesh that out a little bit. I mean, maybe I'm seeing something that's not there, but to me it looks like on that cheek, it looks like it's a little dark. So I think we hit up that cheek too much. So trying to flush it out a bit more, or blend it out a bit more. All right, I'm not overly mad at this color. I would pick up a lighter color. Okay, doing that remove some of the powder that was holding things. There was helping it to damp down. But I think this would be more like next year, a next year color for when I finally start getting out in the sun and start doing my gardening again. I think that this color will be perfect for that. But knowing that this is the medium, the middle color that they have, I suspect the lighter color will not work with anybody who's lighter than I am. So if you're lighter than I am and you're really white, I don't think the powder is going to work for you. But again, as I mentioned before, the Mented brand is more for people of color. That's what they are for. They came out when there weren't a whole lot of makeup brands for people of color. All right, so we're going to very quickly put this gel on my brows. Hello. Just like that. I don't know if you guys have noticed a difference since the last time. Well, not the very last time, but since before the move. Right around the move, I got a Vox box for the Ordinary Brow and Lash Serum. I think it's done pretty well on my brows. I don't think it's done shit for my lashes. So, all right, we're going to take this little spoolie and work that in a bit. You might hear the cats in the background. They're being weird today. Running around, crying, making noises. A little earlier it sounded like either Psylocke or Yuriko was doing that little hunt sound that cats make. Let's pick up some of this stuff that's on here. Put it on this side. Even out our heart. Oh, our nose. Our nose is still. Well, no, it's getting better. It's getting better. All right, so I'm going to use something that I can put close to my face. All right, so the color is a touch light, not horribly light. It is not red, thank God. It is going in. Really nice. Y'all will notice I am not doing a whole lot. I have been told that I should probably pluck my brows, and I went no. I like my big bushy brows. I do shave in the middle because my brows do tend to meet in the middle. I don't know if I need to go to a black. I think it'll be just fine. It is a touch lighter, but not by much. I have brunette hair that leans towards the darker end. Okay, kitten, you can stop. Oh my goodness. I love my son, but sometimes he does not pay attention to shit. He has all of the attention to details of a gnat. Okay, that is not what I expected to hear. But if Psylocke is downstairs, she and Sora will go at it. She and Sora do not like each other. Hey, hey! Yeah, I'm not mad at that color. It went on pretty easily after the first bit. I'm not mad. I like that. That worked out just fine. Okay, so I am going to use the Royal Purple from that eyeliner. Why? I am doing a second video today, and I am probably going to dress up this look with some orangey golds and some purple to go with a light lavender shirt. So, okay, you two. Psst, psst. Psylocke, leave her alone. Psylocke is always the aggressor. Anyway, I will go ahead and show you getting started so we can all see how the color looks together, how it goes on together, and then I will finish off all by myself. And then we will try the mascara. All right. We can all listen to the kitty cats growl at each other. That went on nice. I made a couple mistakes. That went on nice though. Psylocke, leave her alone, honey. I'll have to fix that on the waterline, but that's nice. That's really nice. All right, I'm gonna finish it by myself. Okay, so first about the eyeliner. I did have some issues over here, but that's normal for this eye. It did kind of wash out a little bit, but it applied very easily. It repaired very easily. It seemed to dry down quickly. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe like a liquid gel liner, maybe a little bit. I really like it. I already really like it. So thank you, Michelle, for the suggestion. It's a beautiful purple. The color is gorgeous. It just shows up gorgeous. It is. Any smudges and stuff like that are human error. I didn't notice any. Well, I guess I'm getting a little bit of smearing down here. That's the side that's giving me the most trouble. It's always that side. Sometimes this side joins in, but it's always that side. But beyond that, which is normal for me, which is one of the reasons why I prefer gel liner, it seems to resist my watery eyes a little better, the gel liner does. But other than that, it went on beautifully. It was very easy to control. There was no bleeding into the lid. You'll see some problems on this side, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But there was no bleeding as I was applying it. It's just, I think it's a really nice liner. So thank you for that suggestion, Michelle. It actually is a beautiful liner. The eyeshadow. If you look on this side, you can see the eyeshadow is holding up very well, but over here it looks like it's disappearing. That's this eye being a problem, as usual. I'm going to go ahead and repair that very quickly with this color. After I get this cat hair off of here. Cat hair. Cat hair. Cat hair. But, so far, other than this eye deciding to weep, I am noticing just from how it's sitting on this eye that this eyeshadow does seem to stand up to my eyes fairly well. And I was even able to reduce some of that smudging from the eyeliner on that eye, so I'm really pleased. A really nice eyeshadow palette. Like I said, I really want to see them come out with something more colorful. These are all just quick reviews. I haven't done these. All right, so I am going to do what I normally do for my lashes, and I am going to apply my essence over my lashes first, and then we will try to put this on and see what happens. Really crossing my fingers on that. Here we go. Let's try this. Wow, that color applied very quickly. Feels really smooth. It doesn't feel too dry or too wet. Nice. It's already giving me some additional length. What is with you, Psylocke? You're being a freak. Okay, so this is one coat. Let's try another one. Most of my favorites give me my length and fullness in 2 or 3 coats. So I like that. It is doing very well. Both sides came out beautiful, I think. I like that. I like that. I will have to look up the price. This might actually be worth it. Especially since I can get a discount. You guys can get a discount. Just use mine. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I like this one. It's really nice. I am going to take this color. I'm going to use New Orleans and Los Angeles underneath, I think. I think one of the biggest problems I might be having with this particular palette, and it's probably because of my particular preferences with colors, is that a lot of these colors are kind of very similar to one another. So they come up across as a bit muddy to me when they're used together. Alright, so this is our contour. I need to watch this in a bigger mirror. Y'all have seen me use this. I've had it for at least a year, so it's been used several times. If you notice, I'm not quite doing just a flat straight line. I am brushing it out, and I'm doing more of a triangle. And then I'm trying to blend it out so you don't have this really sharp line. I don't like really sharp lines. So we're going to do this again. And I go up just to add some more depth up there. Alright, so I think I've mentioned, so one, this is very dark. I think I've mentioned you have got to be very careful with this. You have to go very, very light-handed. So don't rub it in there because this stuff is really pigmented. So, I mean, I just barely tapped and I got color. Okay, so you want to be careful. Yep, see? Just want to be very careful. If you get these blushes. And they have, I think they have lighter colors. I know they have lighter colors. And I don't think I picked the deepest they have either. So they have a number of shades, like most people do. It's just that you're going to have to, if you get some, you're going to have to be very careful with it because it definitely, it pink. It pink. Okay. I think that looks good. Y'all know I like a light blush. I don't do anything too heavy. Alright, so I'm going to grab one. I'm going to grab this highlighter brush that I have. This eye just wants to fall apart. It is working on it so hard. So we're going to use this color Chicago out of the palette, and we're going to use that for our highlighter because I think that color is a good color for it. It'll be a subtle kind of glow. I suspect I could really build it up if I wanted it to. Can you hear one of the reasons I do circles? Is it gets the cheekbone and then it fades it out on both sides of the bone. So the color is not just a single line. I mean, you can do a single line if you want. It's a very subtle glow, but it's there. It's nice. That worked out nicely. I'm glad too. Okay. All right. So, you guys are way over in all kinds of things. I don't know what happened. Cats probably. Anyway, so I am going to go and take the hair down before I do the lips. I also have to spray again. One more time. and do the lips, and then I will be back. All right, so I put on my ColourPop base. As you all know, this lipstick is a little too neutral for me, so I have a nice deep berry in the Turnt Up from the NYX. This is me blind. This is Dahlia. And then I also picked up their Sparkly Orange Diamonds and Ice one. Those are trying to be used, or at least the Diamonds and Ice one is. Dimensions aren't horrible. They're matte. These are matte. This is matte. But it works very nicely over the ColourPop. It's just a little too neutral for me, just like the rest of this. But anyway, I think it came out nice for a neutral look for me. So we're going to throw a little bit more of a redness over this. A little bit on the neutral side, but it is deeper, so that's nice. And then we're going to put this gloss over it. I'm impressed. I'm not unhappy with this look. Like I said, it's a little neutral for me, but this would be something good for, like, if I had to go on a job interview or something. You don't want anything too bright for that. So let's go through the products. You already know that I really like the bronzer and the blush. I've always been very impressed. Like I said with the lipstick, the only problem I have with it is the color. It is matte, but it works very well with other with glosses and stuff, or with other lipsticks. It blends very well, and the lip liner does what it's supposed to do. So those are very good. I have no problems with those. Pull these two out since they are not part of this, which leaves me the powder, the palette. We'll talk about that in a minute. The brow and the mascara. So the brow. This went on really easily. It was smooth and soft, and I think the color works, even though it's just a touch light. I don't think I need to have a black brow pencil to get a decent color. This was a decent color for this. If they have another color between this one and the black, I'd probably go ahead and get that for next time. But this was only maybe a slight shade too light, I think. And you can't even really tell. Went on nice and smooth. I really enjoyed it. I'll probably end up reaching for this more than I will end up reaching for the Lottie London until this is gone, and then I will go back to the Lottie London because you know. Mascara. I'm impressed. I like it. I believe this was $20, something like that. I'll have it listed down below. And I think it's worth the price, honestly. I would love to see a little mini of this, because my only concern with spending $20, $15, $20, $25 on a mascara is the fact that in 5 months I'm getting rid of it, and I probably will not have used it all. So the minis actually are perfect for me, even though I end up spending more per ounce. But that said, I do think that it gave some decent length. Not a lot of volume. I don't mind, as long as you can see the lashes. I'm happy. And it worked well over my It worked well over my essence. So I'm very pleased with that. I would repurchase this again, even at the $20 mark. Though I may see if I can convince them to make a mini. Make me a mini, please. Just price. The powder. The powder is a bit dark for me right now. I think this would be a great powder for me in the summer. I am going to check out their lighter color of the powder. It feels nice. I did have to use a little bit more than I would normally use. However, I don't think it is really, even with the excess, I don't think it is emphasizing any texture, except maybe around my mouth a little bit, and that's probably a me thing, honestly. So I like the powder. I don't think it's intended to mattify or anything like that. So This is a summer color, but I don't think the powder is a summer powder, if that makes sense. If it mattified a bit, then it probably would be a really good summer powder for me. So the brush, like I said, I think my biggest complaint, my only complaint about it is that it is too small. I think it needs to have a much bigger head on it. The brush itself is very, very sturdy. It is not a heavy brush. It is more on the lightweight side, but I shouldn't say lightweight. It's in the middle. It's one in the middle. It feels very sturdy. The bristles are the right kind of stiffness for me and everything like that. I think it just needs a slightly bigger head. I'm going to keep it. I'll probably use it for other things and whatnot. The palette. The palette, other than the neutral colors, other than wishing there was more color in here, I actually really like this palette. The pigmentation is fantastic and it went on nicely. I didn't have to. I chose to use the sponge tip. I didn't have to, which is really, really nice. Just get a stiff brush and it seems to work really well with that. And a lot of shimmers nowadays, even from some of my favorite brands, I absolutely have to use the sponge tip to get that shimmer and shine. Didn't have to do that with this, so that was really nice. The mattes are very pretty. They don't look dusty or gray on me. Granted, I didn't use a lot of them, but overall, I'm really impressed with this. So overall, this is a brand that when I got these and the lipsticks, I was really interested in getting more, but I was waiting for them to come up with something more colorful on the palette. This I wouldn't technically say is colorful, but I think it's more colorful than their daytime palette. So, and when they accepted me as a affiliate, I figured I better have some of their stuff so I can talk about it. And so I am actually fairly pleased with everything from Mented, and I'm very glad to be an affiliate. Like I said, you could use the link down below and use it to support the channel because I will get the proceeds from that. However, you don't have to. And but I would recommend giving it a try if you can. And if you're a fair-skinned girl and are worried about everything else, you could at least try the neutral palettes. They're very, very nice. All right, the AOA. You're AOA, right? What are you? I have no idea. The Arista. Since it's all in purple, I can't read the damn thing. AOA. So the AOA liners, like them. I really do. Like I said, it went on very smooth. I am seeing a little bit of loss on the outside of this corner, a little bit of smudging. This one is still nice, but this eye did not water. This eye watered. So this is what it would look like if you're trying to dab down because your eyes are watering a little bit. I did have some issues with it creeping up, but again, that was because my eyes were watering and the eyelid itself was having some issues, having its issues. However, this wing, I don't often do wings with liquid liners because they're very difficult to get correct, but I am very pleased with the way the wings came out and how easy it was to draw them. This was really nice. They didn't bleed. They didn't like get too fat in places where I didn't want them to be too fat. They filled in the cracks really easily because it really feels like a liquid gel. So I'm really impressed with these and very grateful to Michelle for recommending them. Anyway, so that is it for Mented. Let me know what you think if you're going to try any of their products down below. Like I said, you're not going to get complexion products from them, I don't think, if you're really light skinned. But some of their other stuff might work for you. I think they have some lighter blushes that you might be able to look into. As I noted before, this is mostly for people of color and was started at a time when we weren't seeing a lot of brands addressing things that people of color needed. Their pigmentation and their color stories just didn't work for those of us who had darker skin. So it was really kind of a groundbreaker in its own, in that it was trying to focus on people of color and help people of color get the kind of pigmentation and color stories that would work for them. Again, I still want to see a brighter you know, a colored palette, colored green, blue, some purple, a yellow. I mean, they don't even have to be bright. They don't have to be, rather they don't be pastels, but honestly, from this, with this particular formula, pastels might actually work. Not too many pastels do for me. At any rate, so like I said, let me know down below if you thought, found any of these interesting, if you're thinking about picking any of them up. And that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe if you haven't yet. When you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I am working on getting back to twice a week, Monday and Thursday, and after that we will probably get to 3 times a week, hopefully, but we will see. Things are we're still trying to adjust from the whole moving thing. So far it's been once a week. We're gonna get there. Honestly, I'm gonna have another video this week. So that'd be Monday and Thursday right now, and hopefully we're gonna go to Monday and Thursday and Saturday in the future. We shall see. We shall see. If you're part of my notification squad, please check both your bell and your subscription to make sure they're both still active. If you choose not to subscribe, well, I'd be sad and disappointed. And I will say that we do more than makeup here. We do. We do more than makeup here. Honest, we do food. We do geeky things. And we do things. And I'm trying to add more things, but I've got to make sure that I can actually see them because I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. That's why the mirror's right here when I'm doing stuff. But, you know, food. Just come for the food. Just come for the food. If you still choose not to subscribe, well, like I said, we'd be disappointed, but you're always welcome back here. And when you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. All right, like I said, this is cold. Let's go ahead and give her a sip, and we will be on our way. That actually works cold. Okay, no bitterness. I have just the right amount of sugar in there. So look for the Stash in your grocery store. Look for the chocolate hazelnut decaf. It's a beautiful dessert tea. Love it. Love it. I'm going to have to do a Stash order again sometime soon. Or not. Stacks of tea. At any rate, that's it. Hope you have a good one.